So in this problem, we are looking for a 5-digit number, each of which is a distinct number between 1 and 9, such that when you multiply through by 4, you reverse the digits as shown. Okay, so let's observe the first thing, which is that whatever our 5-digit number is, the first digit has to be less than 3. Otherwise, when we multiply through by 4, it will leave us with a 6-digit number. So we can't have our initial number being greater than or equal to 3. So there's only two choices left, 1 or 2. So let's explore the first choice. Okay, so if we multiply through by 4 and our first digit is 1, we have to end up with a number such that the last digit is a 1. But that's impossible because if you multiply something by 4, you have to end up with an even number. You can't end up with a number that ends in a 1, which is an odd number. So 1 cannot be the possible first number or first digit of the 5-digit number that we're looking for. So all that remains is 2. And now let's look at this. What we know is that we're going to multiply this number by 4. And let's focus on the first digit, the 2. When I multiply the 2 by 4, there's a possibility that whatever the second digit is, we can carry at most 1. Of course, we can't carry 2 or more because, again, that will take us to a 6-digit number. So we can carry at most 1. So let's consider that possibility. If that's the case, then we end up with a 9. That means that our last digit has to be a 9. Now, however, if we multiply the 9 by the 4, focusing on that, we end up with a 6 at the end. And that is not the same as the 2. Okay, so what we realize is that the last digit can't be a 9, and therefore we can't carry anything through from the second digit. Okay, so therefore it can only be an 8 at the end. And if we multiply it, again, just focusing on the last part, if we multiply the 8 by the 4, we end up with 32. And therefore the 2 occupies the last space, which matches up nicely. Let's look at the second digit. So we now know that we're not going to carry anything over, and therefore there's only one possible number, which is the number 1. And we can move on. And whatever this number is, we're going to times it by 4, and this is what it's going to end up looking like. So we're building the picture. So let's look at this digit here. What do we know? We know that from this number, let's focus on that, we are going to carry through 3. Okay, 8 times 4 is 32, so we're going to carry through 3. And this number itself is to be multiplied by 4. And what we know is that as this number is a 1, the 1 has to occupy this position once we multiplied through by 4. So let's think about this number here. Whatever E is, whatever digit that is, we're going to times it by 4. Add 3, it has to end up with a number that ends in a 1. So obviously 4 lots of our number has to end in an 8, because 8 plus the 3 will give us a number ending in 1. 8 plus 3 is 11, so that's the only possibility. So what multiple of 4 ends up in an 8? Well, that's 28, which is 7 times 4. And that means that this digit, because we have to add the 3, will be a 7. Okay, because 7 times 4, 28, plus the 3 that we carried over will end up with a 1. Okay, and now let's look at this digit here. Again, we have to consider the fact that everything is to be multiplied by 4 to end up looking like this. Now, if we focus on this number here, what do we know? We know that 1 times 4 is 4, but we need to end up with a 7 in this position. So we have to carry through a 3 from whatever this digit is, from C. So which number, when multiplied by 4, carries through 3? Well, one of them is 8 times 4 is 32, and there's only one possibility left, which is 9 times 4, 36. So that carries through a 3, so the C has to be a 9. And indeed, if we checked this and multiplied it out, we get the reverse. So we are done. We have found our 5-digit number. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.